Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood and her mother heard that Grandma was ill.
Rode Käppchen geht wieder zum Oma. In der Korb hast du Eier, Honig und Brot.
So Little Red Riding Hood set off. In her basket were fresh eggs, honey, and homemade bread for her grandma.
I'm glad I have my red cloak and hood. I like wearing it because it was Grandma who made it for me. I get to Grandma's cottage much quicker this way.
It was lovely in the wood that day. Little Red Riding Hood stopped to gather some pretty blue flowers for her grandma.
They will cheer her up. I tell her all about the rabbits and the squirrels and how friendly they are.
But the friendly rabbits and squirrels were not the only animals in the woods that day. A big bad wolf was also out and about, looking for his dinner. He caught sight of Little Red Riding Hood through the trees. Then he stepped out beside her.
Buenos días, pequeña. ¿A dónde vas con esa canasta y flores en este hermoso día?
Little Red Riding Hood told him all about her sick grandma in the cottage on the far side of the woods.
Entonces yo también debo visitarla. Veamos quién es el primero en llegar.
Away he ran, and it wasn't long before he was knocking on the grandma's door.
Knock, knock. Soy yo, abuela.
No sooner was the big bad wolf inside the cottage than he gobbled up the old lady. Then he searched about. Until he found a bonnet and a shawl to put on. After the wolf had admired his disguise, he went over to the big bed and hopped in. Comfortably settled, he dragged the sheets right up to his black nose, pulled the old lady's cap down over his weak eyes, and waited. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood ran as fast as she could until, at last, she reached her grandma's cottage. When he heard her gentle knock, the big bad wolf called.
Esto me queda bien.
Little Red Riding Hood was smiling as she pushed open the door.
Here I am, Grandma. Wait until you see what lovely things Mom has sent and all the pretty flowers.
Little Red Riding Hood was surprised to see how untidy the cottage was.
Grandma must be too poorly to tidy up.
It looked as if Grandma was asleep, so Little Red Riding Hood put down her basket and took out the eggs, honey, and homemade bread before finding a vase for pretty flowers.
Grandma, are you awake?
Por supuesto que soy yo. acércate más y dale a un abrazo a tu abuelita.
But grandma, what big arms have you got?
Son para abrazarte mejor.
And grandma, what big ears have you got?
Son para comerte mejor.
And grandma, what big teeth you have got?
Son para comerte mejor.
Saying that, the wolf sprang out of Grandma's bed, and Little Red Riding Hood ran towards the door to the cottage to escape. The hungry wolf chased after Little Red Riding Hood, but before he could catch her, the old lady nightclub slipped down over his wife, and the wolf tripped and fell flat on his nose. The Little Riding Hood ran towards the door and opened it before the wolf could get up. There was a woodcutter working nearby. He knew all about the wicked wolf, so he always kept a sharp lookout. Then he heard Little Red Riding Hood's cries for help, so he ran to the cottage and got inside as fast he could. It happened so quickly that Little Red Riding Hood could scarcely believe her eyes. The big bad wolf lay dead, killing by a single blow.
Don't cry, Little Red Riding Hood. You're safe now.
But he has eaten grandma.
Just then out of the dead wolf stepped her grandma. The greedy wolf had swallowed her whole, so she was quite alright. The woodcutter took Little Red Riding Hood home.
He was a wicked wolf, that one. Now promise me, Little Red Riding Hood, you won't go through these woods on your own again.
I promise,